What's going on, everyone? On to Fit for Adventure here, and today we'll be installing the Lamphus Planar Flash LED roadside recovery lights and hooking them up to the Lamphus Sound Alert system on my 2015 Honda Fit. Why am I doing this? Well, I previously had the XSPRITE sun visor emergency lights installed, and while they were great, they always had a tendency to start rattling against the glass or the plastic while driving, no matter how hard I tried to secure them. I wanted to clean up the interior of the car a bit, and I was very impressed with the Lamphus Sound Alert system and their customer service, so I decided to give their planar flashlights a try. Installation will vary by your vehicle, but I will try to cover some things that you probably should know no matter what vehicle you are installing them on. So let's get started. For starters, these lights are advertised as flush or surface mount, but please be aware that the wiring comes directly out of the back of these lights. They do make brackets for easy and various ways of mounting, but you won't be sticking these directly to your car without drilling some type of hole first. Lucky enough for me, I was able to use their license plate bracket mount, at least for the lights in the rear. The license plate mount had the lights angled upward or facing downward, so I drilled some extra holes in the bracket to be able to adjust the lights flush with the surface of the hatch. Now, I didn't plan this out, but last year we did the rear wiper delete, so now we have a nice little access port that we can run the cabling through to the inside of the car, at least the hatch anyway.
Let me maneuver this around a little bit.
Speaking of cabling or wiring, let's get into that. Each light comes with 5 wires, red for power, black for ground, blue for pattern selection, yellow for synchronization, and white for TBT function, which basically defaults back to a previously selected pattern. Wiring up all of these cables is not necessary, but you will want to wire up at least the red, black, and yellow wires for basic use. For my installation, I will be wiring up all of the cables. I started off by adding a quick disconnect to each light. This way, I can easily change out the lights individually if one of them starts to malfunction, or swap out both of them altogether if I wanted to try a new color pattern. Next, I tied those 2 strands together in a Y, followed by another quick disconnect, followed by an extension cable that would run all the way to the front of the car. Did I mention the 5 colors on the lights wiring did not match the 5 colors on the quick disconnect or the 5 colors on the extension cable? I mean, the red and black were always present, but the rest of the colors changed between each connection. I had to write out which color I was attaching to what and keep testing everything along the way to prevent any mix-ups. Since the back portion of the car was taken apart, I thought it would be a good time to add some rear proximity sensors as well, but we'll get into that in a future video. I made sure to add a rubber grommet to prevent the cables from getting scratched or damaged over time. Now it's time to go fishing. Once the cabling was out of the way, it was time to fish it through the rest of the car. Now, it was possible to fish it through the OEM rubber grommet of my hatch, but I also had to run 2 ALP sensor cables and a water line through the grommet, so I ended up removing it and making a makeshift one of my own. Once the cables were fished through the hatch and into the inside of the car, we just had to run them up to the front and attach them to the sound alert box located in my glove box. Now, I already had the car torn apart for installing and wiring other projects, so laying down the new cables and the protective sleeve was quick and easy. Now it's time to wire up the front. The control box, we have a positive and negative cable, and then the blue and yellow wire are for the auxiliary switches. I decided to mount the planar flash lights in the lower portion of my upper aftermarket grille. The flashing lights would be more visible in the upper portion of the grille, but I wanted the physical light itself to be more hidden and tucked away in the front of the car. To mount the lights, I decided to remove the front bumper and attach them to the front crash bar, just like I did with my ALP sensors. In theory, this would make it easier to work on my car in the future, since I can just remove the front bumper without having to remove or disconnect any wires. To attach the lights to the crash bar, I used some extra ALP sensor brackets that I modified to use as mounting hardware. I hammered them flat, drilled a hole through the back, attached the light to the bracket with some 3M double-sided tape, and then screwed the brackets to the crash bar, which took quite a bit of effort. I wired the lights up in the same configuration as the rear lights. Lights, quick disconnect, Y configuration, quick disconnect, and then the cable extension. I then spent a good amount of time wire tucking everything through the engine bay and through the firewall back into the glove box. After putting the front of the car back together, I wired up the front lights to auxiliary switch 1 and the rear lights to auxiliary switch 2 on the Lamphus Sound Alert system. The last thing to do was wire up the pattern selection cables and the TBT function cables to 2 momentary push-button switches. I mounted these switches in the glove box right below the Sound Alert unit. 6-month review. The Lamphus Planar flashlights are still working correctly without any signs of moisture inside. I do miss the directional capabilities of the sun visor lights, but that's comparing apples to oranges. My only complaints are just personal complaints about the install or the color selection that I chose. As I mentioned earlier, I think the front lights would perform better if they were located in the upper portion of the upper grille. That might be something I will adjust for next car season or the next time I take off my front bumper. My last personal complaint is the color pattern that I chose. White and yellow is pretty universal, but after installing my new livery, maybe yellow and green would have been more fitting. That's going to wrap up today's installation. Maybe in the future, I'll give the Lamphus sun visor emergency lights a try, but until then, stay tuned, stay fit, and stay lit.